Good morning and welcome back to Page Farmstead. Today we are going to be moving some chickens around, getting them in their new homes, filling that coop that we finished in the last video, and getting everybody settled in and a little bit more sorted. So let's go get everybody in their new spots. First, we're gonna grab the tractor. Well, first things first, gotta fix a flat tire. I hope that hasn't come off the bead. Well, we got a flat tire and I'm really hoping that this tire is not off the bead. So I'm gonna try to just put some air to it and fill it back up and hopefully it'll reseat. It does look a little suspicious down here, but we'll hope for the best. I think this is a slow leak. I noticed it getting a little bit low and I failed to fill it with air. So hopefully there is nothing too crazy, but we'll give it a shot with some air and see what happens. Huh. Well, I just noticed as I was taking the valve stem cap off that the valve itself seems kind of loose. So when I went to take the cap off, it actually backed off the whole valve. So maybe that's our issue. We'll see. I'll tighten it down and then we'll see if it'll hold air. It doesn't seem to be taking any air, so I'm gonna use the loader and get this wheel off the ground and see if I can reset the bead. All right, well, it doesn't seem to be setting, so I'm gonna go grab a ratchet strap and see if that'll help. It's starting to hold some pressure now. I think it went. All right, so it seems to be holding pressure now, and I don't hear any leaks coming. So I think maybe there's just a really slow leak, or it was that valve, like we discovered taking the valve cap off. So if you're wondering what happened there, when the tire went flat, the bead came off, which means the tire, where it sits on the rim, it came off the rim, and that's the sealing surface for the tire. So that's what holds all the air pressure inside the tire, is that bead sitting on the rim. So basically, when you hook the air to it and try to fill it, the air just leaks out between the tire and the rim because that seal is broken. So what I did there by putting the ratchet strap on was push down on the middle of the tire, which basically forces the walls of the tire to kind of go out as the middle goes in. So it kind of deforms this way, and that pushes this tire up against the bead. And my hope was that I could put air to it and it would seal enough that it would then start to pressurize with air, and then the pressure itself will set the tire onto the rim and seal it up. I'm gonna guess that it was just this valve being loose. Don't know how that happened, but I tightened it up, so we should be good to go. All right, so let me show you what I did here. I put the forks under the backside of this coupe, and then I put a piece of unistrut under the walls and over the forks. So see here, the forks are coming in from the tractor, and I've put this piece of unistrut so it's sort of clipped on to the forks. And this piece is wide enough that it goes all the way across the coupe. So hopefully I'll be able to pick this whole thing up safely with the forks. We will see. All right, well, we got it down here safely. It did not fall apart. It did not fall off the forks. I went really, really slow. I think that was better than dragging it the whole way, but it did take a little while and it was very nerve-wracking. But it's here, it's on the pasture, and it's on a really good piece of forage. So next thing to do is get it filled up with food and water, and then we're gonna start moving the hens from this coop into this coop. Okay, well, everything's ready for me to move the hens from this coop to this coop. I think I will wait until a little bit later this evening when it's cooled down and the hens are a little more settled to move them over. I've always heard it's best to move them in the dark. I don't think I'm gonna wait until dark, but I'll wait until it's a little later in the day so they're not stressed in the heat. But be back in a little bit. All right, well, it's cooled off a little bit and it's gotten darker, so I'm gonna get all the hens from this coop switched over to this one. They settled down a bit, but it's still gonna take me a little while to catch them all. I think there's about 18 in there, so we'll get them all moved over. There is a rooster in this coop, but he won't be making the move, so we're gonna leave him in there for now. And I think my wife's gonna come down and help me catch chickens. Okay, so that's all 20 hens from this one. There is a rooster in there, but we're gonna leave him in there. We don't wanna move them over. These hens have been under rooster pressure for a long time and they need a break. So he's gonna have a bachelor pad here for a little bit, and we're gonna go grab another set of about 20 hens to go in here with these. So be right back. Well, good morning. We ran out of light last night filming. I apologize that I wasn't able to get it all on film, but I did end up getting the entire rest of the flock moved into this coop. So we have a total of about 40 hens in here now, and that represents 20 from each flock, more or less. They are all of laying age, so I hope that they will start using the nest box in this new coop. This morning they seem to be working things out, figuring out the pecking order a little bit. I'm really hopeful that everything's gonna be good with those guys, and we will get eggs in the rollaway nest box soon. I did also move all of our roosters into this coop. There's only 5 of them, and this is a 10 by 12 shelter. So I hope with so much space that they'll be okay and let each other live. We have some great roosters, some great genetics, and I'd like to continue to use them to repopulate our farm here. So I was up late last night catching chickens and sorting them out between here. And again, I'm sorry that I wasn't able to get it on film. It got dark. So we do have one more flock of younger chickens, and they are in a mobile brooder. They're 10 weeks old. So we still have, I don't know, 4 or 5 months before they're really laying. But I do need to get them relocated. That'll be coming up in a future video. So thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you have any comments on the video or any thoughts about how I could improve these videos, I would love to hear about it in the comments. Obviously, I've just started making these and I'm trying really hard to make good quality videos. So if you have any thoughts about how I could improve them or things that you'd like to see, I'd love to hear about it. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.